What up, good people? Back with today's reflection. In today's reflection, I want to talk about why is it that we don't go to God before we make big decisions in our life. If you think about anytime we have a sickness, we go to talk to the doctors. Anytime we have a toothache, we go and talk to the dentist. Anytime we have problems with our cars, we go and talk to the auto mechanics. Anytime we're looking to buy a house, we go and talk to a real estate agent. We understand the professionals to go and talk to when we want to do something worldly. But when we're talking about making life decisions, sometimes a big life decision, sometimes life-changing decisions, we don't go talk to the professional of life, which is the creator, which is Elohim, the creator of life. God has already laid our paths ahead of us. So, of course, he would know what is right and what is wrong for us to do, But I think the reason why we don't do that is because we don't want to risk the chance of him saying no. We don't want to risk the chance of God saying, no, don't start that business. No, don't marry that person. No, don't start that job. Or don't change jobs. No, don't leave this city and go to that city. No, don't go down this way. Don't go that way. We just rather jump out there and say, I'm leaping on faith. Yeah, you are leaping on faith, but if you didn't go talk to God, it's kind of you leaping on your own faith, which the Bible tells us don't lean on your own understanding. So you lean on your own understanding of faith and not God's version of faith, because you didn't even talk to God. You didn't even consort with God. And so how you going to leap on faith, which is the faith and belief in the things unseen, but you ain't even go talk to God about it. You ain't talk to your Heavenly Father about it. You just made that decision on your own. But then let that decision that you make don't work out. Let whatever thing that you decided to do crash and burn. The first person that we got on speed dial is God. And of course, God being gracious, God having mercy, He's always gonna come through, because he's our Heavenly Father. So he's always gonna come through. But what if he didn't? What if he said, well, you decided to make that decision, you're out there on your own? What if God decided to do that? God won't, but what if he did? So it would be much easier for us to just always go to God first. You know what I mean? Go let God give you the guidance. And I guarantee you, whatever decision, whether it's a nay or a yay, it's going to be the best for your life. Because God always going to lead us in the